Hello and welcome to a special edition of Matty Allin Live. Now I know why you're here. You can't believe it. You can't believe that Matty Allin bought $3 worth of GameStop stock because he's all in hex. Well, you're in luck because this show will definitely amaze and delight you. And we're here to talk about how the little guy shit on Wall Street and took back the world of investing. Now, I know that the hexologist will be on shortly, but for now, let's go ahead and hang out and let's talk hex. Let's talk GameStop and what's been happening today, because it seems that history is in the making once again. Now, I want to give a shout out to the hex community who I see here in the chat. You all have been waiting patiently for this stream to start, and I'm excited for you all to be here. Hey, Balia Brand, David Morales, Benny Blanco, Marco the Hexakin, Nardo for the win. What's up? Hexmac, how's it going? Marco the Hexakin, Identity Block. It's great to see everybody here. Basad. So, what a crazy day on Wall Street. For those who don't know, we got a chart spring up here, and I know that the guys from GameStop are going to be watching this because we did the tags on the Twitters and stuff, and they've been doing something that's never been done before. And what they've been doing is they've been getting together on Reddit and just deciding, oh yeah, I mean, this stock has a bunch of short sellers. Why don't I just go ahead and buy all that stock to create what's called a short squeeze, which is where basically people who have futures contracts, they are committing to buy a certain quantity of stock in the future at a certain price, and so they can get squeezed, especially when they do a naked short, which is when they actually don't have enough collateral to cover it. And so what has happened here is that there have been particular hedge funds that are just getting crushed because GameStop has 10x'd recently. And the reason I'm so excited to be talking about it today is not because I think it's a great opportunity for you to invest in, but I think that it is a situation where the little guy has taken back the world of investing, and where we're in a situation where basically a meme community has totally taken over an investment and has stuck it to Wall Street and stuck it to this hedge fund, Melvin Capital or whatever. But it's all happening super organically. And you know, you can go on Reddit if you want to waste a bunch of time, and you can see all the people who are on there saying, yeah, I bought the top, you know, just because I want to stick it to Wall Street. Like, that's the attitude that the country and the world is moving towards, right? When the new president got elected, it wasn't the most populist person who got elected, which represents a shift away from populism, but there's still greater income inequality than ever. And there are people out there like Elon Musk, who we know kind of likes crypto, maybe not. He's kind of neutral in crypto, but he's super bullish on innovation. And he's out there. He's actually gotten into some trouble with egging on the markets before himself. A little side story. This has never been reported anywhere before, but it's you know, this is Matty Allin Live original reporting. If you go back and look at whenever Elon Musk supposedly got in trouble from the SEC for posting on Twitter that he was going to take his company private to wreck a bunch of short sellers, like, you'll notice that, like, within the week after that, he went on Joe Rogan Live and he smoked weed on camera for the first time. And if you look at how he smokes the weed, right? Like he took a puff, he like didn't inhale. He did like what Bill Clinton claimed to have did, but like obviously Bill Clinton smoked a bunch of weed when he was in college. Elon Musk, on the other hand, like he almost takes this puff of weed just to like send his stock lower. And so it's my belief that like the SEC or somebody like basically told him like, all right, just get the price of the stock back to what it should have been, and then we can call it even. So this is not the first time when markets have been influenced in a short selling situation, but it is one of the most notable times when it was completely organic, where there's just a community on Reddit. And this community, I mean, went from under 1 million followers to like 3.3 million followers overnight. It's the group called Wall Street Bets. And, it's even interesting to look at how their governance is going, because now they're trying to say, oh, you have to have 1,000 karma points in order to post on here, because they're getting flooded by a bunch of, pump and dump stocks and stuff, people who, already bought into something and now they want to promote their thing to try to get the herd mentality to come for them. But the cool thing about what Hex and cryptocurrency is the main complaint of all these people. Still, they were upset that hedge funds are always shorting, even illegally, supposedly. Like, you're not supposed to be able to do certain kinds of naked short trades, and yet this one firm was doing them, Melvin Capital, who got wrecked. And then Wall Street has a bunch of friends, who all run the exchanges at Robinhood and TD Ameritrade, where trading was halted. People were not allowed to buy or sell for just no good reason. It was just arbitrary. It was, Wall Street wanted to protect their bags. But this stock has just, it's done a 10x or whatever, and that's of course nothing to us in cryptocurrency. And so I've seen articles going both ways, saying, oh, like this is, once this crowd of people understands that there is already a solution to their problems, there's already a solution to, it doesn't matter how much you cry to the SEC or whatever regulatory body you're looking at, like they're not going to be able to fix all these deeply corrupt power structures on Wall Street. That's where politicians get their money. It's on Wall Street, right? From corporations, from corruption. And so the solution to not getting your trades halted or shut down, because they're trying to protect Wall Street instead of protect, they're fine when the little guy gets scammed, but so that's why crypto was invented, because of corruption in the markets, because of the subprime mortgage situation, the crisis of 2008, 2009. I mean, that's been building as long as, it was even the 2000 stock market bubble is before then. It's been building as long as free markets have created centralization without any checks and balances. And so now what we see is technology catches up to that, and Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that are better than Bitcoin represent a material check on the system. And so that's what's so exciting about being early in a crypto such as Hex, specifically Hex, that has not only been designed better than Bitcoin, but has not yet had the 4 million X that's possible in crypto. Once these retail traders understand what crypto is, which of course they don't understand yet, right? Because the news isn't reporting on it accurately, right? Like the news is fudding people out of Bitcoin, oh no, it crashed down to 30,000. What? 12 years ago it was a penny. Like, yeah, sure, that's a crash. Like, let's go with that. But, buy low, sell high, right? Or if you're in a meme coin like GameStop, like, just keep buying, right? And keep buying until you prove to yourself that the system is corrupt at the highest levels, that this is fun. This is a fun thing to do. Like, get together with your buddies and put $100,000 or $10,000 into something, and watch it go up 100% in a day or 50% in a day, right? Like, and then you can celebrate about how people's lives got changed, and somebody got their dog in operation that cost $4,000, and that's okay, but everybody else has to keep buying. And like, there's this like herd mentality, and that's fun because it's a way to stick it to Wall Street. But like, the problem is you're buying a stock that's on Wall Street, right? And so, again, like, this is the beginning of something that is going to be much bigger. This is the beginning of people waking up and seeing, oh, what does this button do? Oh, this is the buy button? Wait, so you're saying no matter what the news says, I should hit this buy button? Oh, okay. Wait, so I shouldn't listen to the news? When they say that it can't go any higher when it's $50, they say it can't go any higher when it's $150. Today GameStop closed near 350, which is up 134%. Now it's going to keep swinging around, but what do you think is going to happen when all these people, when they're done with their experiment and they realize that, just what a buy button can do? Like, if you think that can do something cool in the stock market, then wait until you get into crypto. And maybe you'll get into Bitcoin, which, right, is like owned a lot by Wall Street now, in addition to all the people, who forgot about it or lost it. But then there's those of us who have been in crypto for a number of years, and we decided to be a part of Hex, which is also having a community that's special. And so I see kind of communities like this Wall Street Bets or whatever, communities like that. I see Hex harvesting some of the best minds out of that community. And so this is my call to action for everybody. If you have 1,000 karma points that you're willing to throw around on Reddit, or if some people who are involved in this big group of people, I'm even thinking, what does it take to take out an ad on Reddit under their subreddit or whatever it is, and let's help explain to these people that if you got $100,000 to spend on a meme or to spend on like a community that makes you feel whole, like, why not drop it on Hex, where that's going to double the price, or that's going to take it to $2? Because $1 Hex, that's 100x. That's a little bit more than a 10x when you're still playing with Wall Street money. You're still playing with stuff that can get shut down, right? And like, so when people, even if a fraction, even if 1% of that group, Wall Street Bets, understood anything about Hex, that would double the size of our community, right? And who even knows what that could do to the price, right? The price is unpredictable because we don't know when people are going to hit that buy button. But I'm telling you, like, if we get a bunch of people who like hitting the buy button, who like meme coins, who like sticking it to the man, wow. Like, and it's not even if, but when. And I know, like, we're all greedy sons of bitches, and like, we're fine, like, accumulating more Hex at these levels. But I think a lot of us, like, we're also ready to go to the next stage. And that's why it's so exciting what the Staker app has done, because they've taken it from where it takes multiple applications, multiple complex steps in order to buy into Hex, now it's going to be seamless. It's going to happen all in the Staker app, right? So that's why you can see my referral QR code here, even though it's camouflaged and it, you might not have realized that it's hidden in the background here. You can take a screenshot. I'll make a face. Or whatever, point your camera at your computer and check that out. I really am excited about this because I know what's coming, right? Like, there's often times when I'm in the chat, I'm watching Hexologist or Crypto Coffee or Discourse Syndicate or Chaos Experience or, whoever it is, right? And then I start typing like, hey, like, I'm sent from the future to tell you that the price of Hex is going to be $1, right? So to celebrate that fact that I am here from the future and I do know Hex is going to be much more than $1, I went ahead and I linked up my referral code for Staker app to $hex.com. So for any of you, if you don't have access or you're not going to do a referral code for your Staker app, then if there's anybody you want to onboard, I would be eternally grateful if you would let them know that they can go to that website. It'll take them straight to where they can download the Staker app that'll count as a referral for this channel that'll go into, making it better, making the community better. I've been honored to be a part of such an amazing community, and that's why I've been taking all the gains from the productions I've done to give them back to the community. Last night, we gave away about $50 worth of Hex to a crazy cat who, what was his name? The chat will know. It was Zicky Dice or something, just an eccentric character on Twitch. And that was part of the Hexo raid. Hexo also, super generous dude, gave $50. And this guy staked on air with the community. And that was even the complicated way of doing things. So make sure to use the referral app, $hex.com, if you're onboarding anybody. And get ready, because the one thing we know from the future and the past is that when it got easier to buy Bitcoin, the price went up, right? And back in the day, I wasn't hip to it, but you actually had to get a cashier's check or something. You had to send it all the way around the world to somewhere in Japan, and then some Magic the Gathering people, they would pretend like they gave you some Bitcoins or something. And that's how it started, where you could actually buy Bitcoin for a penny. You could buy Hex for a penny now, right? And it's not going to take all that. And it's probably not going to stay there for a while either. So, we're going to be onboarding people like crazy. We're going to be onboarding people like Lily Grace, who recently got the title of Lord. We had her on the program. We're going to be onboarding all sorts of characters and bringing them to you live here on Matty Allin Live. What's going on, Crypto Kool-Aid? Good to see you, man. Zicky, that's right. He was confused, but he trusted the community, one of our people here on Twitch says, and he figured it out, yeah. And if you were there for the raid last night, then there was that error he ran into on MetaMask, and Richard tweeted about that today, that if you're getting a error on your MetaMask about not syncing with a node or something, then you can switch the network from the Ethereum network to the test network and back to the Ethereum network, and now your MetaMask isn't broken anymore. That's good stuff. I actually had a wallet that was stuck, so I was doing a more complicated workaround to deal with that. But I just wanted to come live to you guys here right after I got off work. I'm still in my work clothes, threw on the old blazer, and popped that QR code up there. And, I wanted to get you guys amped up to be able to see the hexologist here in a few minutes. Shout out to the Motley Investor. He made an outstanding walkthrough the other day of how to print free money by possibly getting the next airdrop that's going to happen in the crypto world. And so make sure to click on his name and subscribe to his channel and all the other Hex channels. If you go to hexstreamers.com, they've got a lot of things there for you. They've got everybody who's live. It'll just show you a nice little button you can click. Red means YouTube, purple means Twitch, yellow means DLive. And so it's all automatically loaded in there so you can know, oh no, I'm missing a Hex stream, Then you can see everybody who's live and click there. Definitely apologies whenever we stream over each other. I know that this is going to continue to be, a crime against each other. And, personally, I feel horrible when I do that. And especially now, I'm trying to look for people outside of our community and inside to stream with. And so sometimes I go live based on the schedule of my guest. And if that conflicts with another Hexagon, then I really want to encourage them to still do their show, and that way I can see it afterwards. I can watch your show afterwards, and then we can, in the end, Hex is going to be there's going to be more than one 24-hour stream going on 365.25 days a week or a year or whatever it is, right? And so we'll keep trying to schedule around each other, but we'll also do our best to, still be one community that can be supportive, even if we have to stream over each other. Again, my apologies for that. Let's see, where was I going with all that? Oh yeah, hexstreamers.com has a lot for you. You can also see who streamed in the past. And so it's an easy link that you can click on. It'll take you, maybe if you missed a couple of streams in the past day, it'll have a feed there of all the ones you missed. And then they also have a link to like some sort of scam. So I just saw it for a second, something about how you can trade your Hex that's already staked. So we're going to have to talk to the owner of the website and make sure they know that that's not a thing. And I've already gone Silver the Antidote Jr. on the situation, and I traced like the wallet that's responsible for that site. Doesn't look like they've done anything except test that their wallet's working by putting like $20 of ETH in there. But we're gonna make sure that that people don't get scammed. Another shout out to the scammers on Telegram who will message you if you post in the hex.com chat. They will message you from like a separate account that says Hex support. And it looks legit. It's like, oh, Hex support, thanks for messaging me. Like, just like Apple support does. Like, you're so kind. And then they're like, we need to know what kind of wallet you're working with. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you need to know, right? Because like now you're going to get me answering questions. Then you're going to ask about those old seed words that you can try to pry out of my cold, dead hands, but you won't be able to, because I'm not giving them up. I'm not giving them up even then. Nobody's proven that you can't take digital money past the grave. So, all joking aside, they can fuck off with their support. Hex support is not a thing. If it was, I'm sure I would know about it. So make sure to pay attention to the instructions in the Hex chat and not to deal with any scammers, no matter how smooth they may appear. And, next time I ask you for your seed words, don't tell them to me. I don't want to know them either. I don't need that kind of heat. So as a community, though, we look out for each other, and because really you can't really hack a proof of work system like Ethereum or Bitcoin. You got to hack the people, right? You got to show up in New York and have a little New York agreement between a bunch of miners that are not acting in the best interest of all the holders, and then you split into Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Core. You got to hack the community if you want to hack the crypto. This is gone beyond the physical world, and so all they're going to do is, whenever I see the price of Bitcoin dump, then I know like some exchange got hacked, or the news or Wall Street is just trying to fud you out of your holdings. Now, because the price of Bitcoin doesn't have to drop that much for people to buy into Hex, right? Like, and that's how a lot of us are rolling. We already traded our Bitcoin for Hex. We're up 100x, or we're dollar cost averaging into Hex, collecting those sweet stakes, and so we do pretty well for ourselves. I made fun. You could call me a scammer because I made fun of GameStop about a week ago, maybe half a week ago. I said, your 3x gains ain't shit, and why don't you get into a real asset? So I feel kind of bad. I hope I didn't talk anybody out of like gambling, but Wall Street is just that. They want you to think you can get in on the best game in the casino with the best odds, but they're still making plenty off of you. So that's why crypto was invented, to give power back to the people, to decentralize stuff. I think it's outstanding when Main Street stands up to Wall Street. I just think why do a half measure when you can go all the way, right? This is you want to get Breaking Bad on their ass, then why don't you blow up a meth lab and then buy some Hex, right? Because $1 million is gonna take Hex 100x, and that's mathematically proven. So I'll clip this myself and I'll throw it up there on TikTok. I'll put it out there on Snapchat. I'll put it on Twitter. We'll tag these people until they tag us back. And Hex was invented to create new whales. Hex was invented to make crypto what it was always meant to be before it got hacked, in the sense of not growing anymore, in the sense of splitting with the New York Agreement into multiple factions, right? You're not going to see Hex split because it was designed better than Bitcoin, because the founder realized that if somebody tries to fork the network, then the origin address can just dump on their heads. And people who aren't brave can worry about the origin address and not get rich. And all the people who have taken the time to learn about what's going on and learn, they went to the first Hex conference, which is still available on this YouTube channel. They listened to the game theory panel with Silver the Antidote, with Crypto Kool-Aid, right? With Steph, who founded StakeRap, right? And they heard from Randy Hilarski. They heard from all these people who have been in crypto so long, and they know it backwards and forwards, right? And they know that the OA is incentivized only to help the system. If you're going to exit scam, you're going to do it when it hits 100 million. If you have more than $100 million that you can exit scam with, it's useless to you, because how are you going to move it around the world? What are you going to do with it? The origin address already has all the ETH. even if they recycled some of it, which I hope they did, because why would you want people paying such reduced prices just so they can dump it on the market again? You have to have price stability, and you might as well have it in hands that are incentivized. That's the game theory. It doesn't matter if the OA has 85% of the supply, because the OA has billions of dollars of ETH. The OA has every reason to protect the price, to protect the community, to it's so obvious, and it's happened in other coins recently where the founders did selfless acts, and that's what's happening continuously in Hex, because the origin address is paying us 40% to 60% APY. It doesn't have to do that. It could lock its coins. That would make people have more verified trust in the system, but there's already enough trust. If you take away all the risk, then it gives too much meat on the bone during this phase. This phase, right, does not mean that all the meat should be on the bone. Hex was designed in order to make sure that there was meat on the bone continuously, for the feast that's happening for the next few years. And so that is why I believe that the interest rate is so high, that the OA is acting in the best interest of all, and that plenty of people can stay away from it if they don't agree with my position on this, right? Like, there's going to be plenty of people who are going to learn. They're going to learn today. They're going to learn about Hex one of these days. There's two types of people. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's two types of people in the world: people who understand Hex now, people who will understand Hex in the future, right? So let that sink in a little bit. And I want everybody to get super pumped, because I believe that Hexologist is going to be coming on any minute. We're going to get it off stream. Oh, wow. He just came on now. So remember, for those of you out there, would you rather have a $100 trillion bill that's worthless, or would you rather have a piece of paper currency that says, I'll save for my future, but it's not going to hold you to that? Or would you rather have 10,000 Hex, stake it, and be living large and laughing easy for the rest of your life, right? So welcome to Hex, welcome to Mad Gains, and welcome to the community if you're new. We're going to kick it over to the Hexologist now for his daily show. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, I bought $3 worth of GameStop. It was all the money left in my wallet from when I bought Bitcoin, when Richard said to at the exact bottom, 3,500. So yeah, I didn't know you could put only $3 into a stack, but that was a $3 well spent, because there's going to be a few people who, they stumble upon this video and it changes their life, because Hex has already gone up 100x and it's primed to do much more. So not financial advice, not therapy. Tune in next time, and make sure you go watch the Hexologist now. I'm probably going to play some music to outro myself, so I can make sure that I give you the link that you need to make sure that you find the Hexologist. So stand by as we play a little song here as an outro. And again, thanks for tuning in. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It would be so helpful, because I'm almost at 1,000 viewers here. So let me see here. Mexican Anthem. There you are. All right. Let's rock.
Scams. I have to change my username. Don't ever send me money. Imposters everywhere. Richard Hart bracket. Don't ever send me money.
That's super loud.
There's so many scams. I have to change my username. Don't ever send me money. Imposters everywhere. Richard Hart bracket. Don't ever send me money. Imposters everywhere bracket. That's fucked up, right? Like, I'm out there actually making an effort trying to stop the fucking scams. Everyone else is like, oh, fucking that Richard, yeah, he's a scammer.
Call it a scam, nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Mexicans. ICOs, pump and dumps, they always try to take you. Buy low, sell high, I'm tired of your fake news. You need a token, you broken, you wanna see some massive gains? Lambo, new crib, model wife, cash and chains. Look no further at your final destination. Don't be complacent every day when you paper chasing. Choose the best, leave the rest. Stop investing like you press. The only crypto that you'll ever need is X. Call it a scam, nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Mexicans. Your investments are safe, it's got defenses. A mutable contract that pays trustless interest. I don't understand why everybody is hating. Hex is capped at 3.69 inflation. Shares are like hash rate. The higher you take her, the more daily interest that gets paid to the stakers. Always do your own research, don't listen to me though. It's complete, it can't be changed. Hex is finito. Call it a scam, nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire. 5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard Hart, he got us set to win. We're a family, we all the best of friends. We ain't a cult, man, just call us Mexicans. The game has changed, ain't no going back now. Dummies that called Hex a scam can back down. I hope you understand, I pray that you follow me. You owe the entire Hex family an apology. And stay sober, cash out, the game's over. Hex is here for the market cap takeover. Buckle up, we about to be full throttle. With multiple auditors where we get paid to hodl. We got the game smothered, sisters and brothers, with no expectation of the work from others. It's complicated, I know that there's a lot to this. For your daily Hex updates, tune to Hexologist.
What's up, guys?
Hex is like nothing that you ever been through. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the pumpamentals. If you like what you hear by now, think twice. Just remember, yo, this ain't financial advice. Call it a scam, nobody really cares. We can tell you the only one that ain't prepared. Oh yes, I'ma be a millionaire.
Thanks, guys.
5, a couple trillion shares. Oh no, I ain't getting wrecked again. Richard